All right, so it's Ghana versus Zambia. A live game it me atodwa ejama oman konkono Ghana. Preparation de wo munyina no ye ba bedi ho nkomo near the duties and more our besom all platform we so coach Christopher NIMLEY abo enkomo na coach de unze okasa otudja fam ene ensema hodo de wotimi eka bi. Now I want to ask, say coach bi enya de na yesake no e de foforo e ba. Is it necessarily say the second coach na yedina baron at all cost as a winning trophy na ebusia yeba bedi nkomo ni akokotie ensem bia coach Christopher NIMLEY awabo na wo so wache wadwene e comment section ti mesre ani de no boko aso obaso a bomode se obe subscribe obe like na be leave or comment section na enkomo no etimi aye kama so yen hye komo na say na ye hye ase de na ewram Egypt Cairo na eho na Black Searchlight for coach Desmond Frey eni ne team na akokopie na omoye ahobobo a edi ewram wo Abraham wo hwese on the 2nd Ghana ebo on first game in the U20 AFCON etodwa Cairo no omotimi abo honom na as part of the preparation no Ghana Football Association abo modern etimi organize a friendly game a Ghana ebo edi atia Zambia na game no betimi atodwa ene wo abra chesa time no 6 p.m. ewo Philip Gardens Hotel pitch and as I game no betimi atodwa wo abra the Black Searchlight ejinemu abo ediatia Zambia ni etima hwese ye betimi ahya omo na aboye ama preparation no etimi akoye so abusia enesha no say at exactly 6 p.m. game no betimi ajepene atodwa honom na ye nyina etimi ahu coach Desmond Frey nensa no dwuma so far so good adwuma papa awaye preparation ahodo awaye ye nyina betimi anya bi na ya hwe na enkomo no aye kama so obaso a subscribe like ne pia share na enkomo no enye kama honom yenwamu na yenkoti enkoma hodo a coach Christopher NIMLEY edabeto abonten na makacho se papa we anase opani we no enipa dodo na ebi penasem ebi penasem because of how okansem na unim se enoda na ebeto dwase Kumasi Asante Kotoko asake won coach Dr. Prosper Ogum. Yes, season isha se nyina no na Kumasi Asante Kotoko fans no ebi call listen kebeya yensake coach no because people were of the view send the performance and our form. But all of a sudden, and you say, Openino and answer Prosper Ogum, washa sa peke former, onya 1 or 2 goals be or wow, we heard ni goals a hold on so. Na odi Kumasi Asante Kotoko eshana, now akoye 1 goal project, and the cause people were not happy. But a talk also no winning games near day no timiko unbeaten. A could do be nice and ma kwaje kekeleke, and ma kwaye something hodges there, and ma Kumasi Asante Kotoko tima. Over the weekend, we game with me etodwa Kumasi Asante Kotoko. Any Nations FC game na baso no ya che Kotoko echi omo che say fimfra omo ntimi ensimo da braka enti eno en announce ama Dr. Prosper Ogum as usual yasake no na yasake no na coach Christopher NIMLEY abedi nkomo e dia fa na nsam ne de wo chemu dia say coach Karim Zito en eba we replace openi no na or the warning e dia ma no say wantimi enwini FA Cup na o say Karim Zito so yasake no afi kra no was it the decision say Kotoko board esake Prosper Ogum no was it enya best decision and some day bebre na coach e kan yenko na yenko teamra.
To be honest with you, I was shocked. In fact, yesterday I was very busy, although in the house doing a lot of things. You know, I teach as well, so preparing some few things that I'm going to try my hands on with my students this morning. And then all of a sudden I said, oh, I've not picked up my phone. Let me go through what is happening on social media. Then I saw thank you with a very good design with Prosper Ogum in pictures all over the place. And I said, what is the meaning of this thank you? Is it something that is being disguised? Or then I read Kotoko Pathways with Prosper Ogum. I said, wow, I didn't see this coming. Nathan, to be very sincere, you know my son. I will always support my colleague until it is that clear that he is not the man for the job. Then I will quickly move away and say, look, let's try somebody else.
Yeah, that's true.
If you look at the work of Prof, I don't think Kotoko has taken the best of decision, to be very sincere with you. This team feels just like their counterpart here in Accra. They believe that the Ghana Premier League is their bona fide property. Prosper has been there from last season. But if my memory serves me right, I was told at the time of appointing him, I stand to be corrected, that it is a 3-year project, and then they expect that at the end of year 3, there should be some visible tangibles on the table. What are those visible tangibles? The league trophy, the FA Cup, and go into Africa and put up a decent outing. As we speak, the man is not completely ruled out of the possibility of not winning any tangible. He's still in the FA Cup, isn't he?
Yes.
He's in the semi-finals of the FA Cup.
Yes.
He was topping the league. The form of the team has been a bit unsure, undulating in recent times. They've relinquished their league their topmost spot on the league, but he's still in the frame. There are 6 games to be played, 18 points at stake. Why would you sack such a manager with just 6 games to go? For me, look, I just don't think it makes sense. I don't remember I just can't think about a situation where any big team in the world would take such a decision at this current moment. We are hearing that the people at Real Madrid are going to part ways with Carlo Ancelotti. Why haven't they done so at this stage? Even if you are going to part ways with them, let him see the season through. If I'm the one who are going to ask to replace the man, later, you know what I would have told them? Mm-hmm. Let him finish the work, and I will come and start from the scratch. I need to take the boys for pre-season, get them to understand my way of doing things, impact my ideology, my identity, my philosophy into them. Then we take off. But at times, even some of our coaches here, he's there, but he's hoping that he wants this man's job. He's there. Look, every true coach who is of itself will not take over a team like Kotoko with 6-5 games to go. As we speak, if Zito doesn't get them to win the league, you can pardon. But if he doesn't win the FA Cup with this team, he should be sacked. He should be sacked. Yeah, because by their own way of doing things, he should be sacked. Because you have a coach who is in the frame of winning the FA Cup. He's in the semi-finals. I think Kotoko will beat. I think they are playing Brecon Chelsea or so. I think they'll beat Brecon Chelsea. All things being equal, if they show up on the day they win the game, they are still in the frame for the league title. I understand things have been made a bit difficult, but you need to go back to the target you set for yourself. I said, I stand to be corrected. I was told, I read that the appointment of Prosper Ogun that Dr. James Akwesi-Appiah and co did at the time, they said it is a 3-year project. At the end of the 3rd year, there should be visible, tangible. And what are those? They are the league title, the FA Cup, and go to Africa and put up a decent work out. Is this Kotoko team the best team in the league? No, I don't think they are the best team in the league. But at the end of the day, you don't need to be the best team to win. If you are in and among the mix competing, you can do your thing smartly, and then you end up winning the league. So why have they panicked? I think this is a panic decision, and it's a bit sad. It's a bit sad for the coaching profession. Prof has built this team. Some few months ago, they allowed him to sack every player that he thinks is aging, doesn't have a future with the team, and then most of the experienced players left. You've allowed him to build this team. The Kotoko team is a very young team. Yes, there are 1 or 2 experienced guys, but the core of this team is extremely very, very young. Why would you sack him if he's working with young players and they've done this well? They can only get better after this season. Chris, this is the first season. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the club is saying that results haven't worked. I'm going to read you some quotes attributed to Mr. Safuduku, who is the club's communications director. He said, quote, "We were once leading the table, even tied with second place at a point, but the trend has been worrying. We started poorly, improved briefly, and now we are declining again." What do you expect?
No. It is a clear indication of the one who spoke or the one whose coach you've read out there, not even understanding the targets that they themselves have set. Look, you can set a target. If you are within your target, you don't panic. Are they out of the target? They are not. I think the target for Kotoko this season would have been the whatever they spelled out. That will be either win the league or they win the FA Cup. One of the league title or one of the tangibles should be in the bag. And as we speak, they're in the frame for the two of them. See, when you speak like that, whoever you are bringing in will have to make sure there's a 360 10. If it doesn't ensure that, you sack him as well. On it, and am I lying? Okay. From what you read, if whoever they brought in doesn't get them that 360 10 immediately and put them back in the frame, I've said earlier on that if the person coming doesn't win the league, you can pardon him. But if he doesn't win the FA Cup, you sack him. Per their own analogy, that is what it means.
Okay.
That's what it means. You remember when Hasselhoff sacked Samuel Boydu?
Yes,
I told them that you've gone 10, 11 years without winning a league title. Samuel Boydu takes over Hasselhoff in the first round after I think 7, 8 games. He won the league, he won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
The following season, he couldn't defend the league title, but he won you the FA Cup again.
Yes.
And there were some big men in the Hasselhoff board who could come out publicly and criticize, lambast how bad a coach Samuel Boydu is. And I was one of those very vocal people who said, look, if you understand football, how can you describe a coach who's won you the league and FA Cup after 10 years, defended the FA Cup? How can you describe him as bad? So I don't see what Ouattara is doing in the job. Hasselhoff practically should have sacked Ouattara before Kotoko thinking about sacking Professor Ogu. So you see, the two friends, the two brothers, the two Nakra and Nano, they don't know what they're about. My brother. Yeah.
Well, I think you've highlighted your own expectations of Zito. You say if he doesn't win the FA Cup, he should not have a job at Asante Kotoko.
I was listening to Ray. Ray has put out the statistics.
Yes, he's put up the number.
The Dreams FC team, he took Dreams FC to the semi-finals of the Confederation Cup, isn't it?
Yes,
he did that.
Yeah, he did, yes.
A season after that, they've been this bad, they've been this shambolic. I don't trust the Ghana GP. I don't trust our league. Anytime Dreams is going to play against Vision FC, did you expect anybody to beat that? No, but that would never happen. That will just not happen. So if that game is a true football game, Dreams will have gone 3 games on without a win. Statistically, Raymond just did absolute justice to the coach that Kotoko has gone in for. I'm not saying Zito is a bad coach. He's a very, very good coach. But things at Dreams are not the sort of things, if you are Kotoko, you look at and say, he could come in and do better. The Dreams FC is a more experienced team than the Kotoko team. Kotoko just built this team this season. Prosper came last season. He worked with everybody that was there, and he was still work with them, give them the chance to be part of your team. After the season, he said, I don't want 1, 2, 3. I think he sat close to 12, 13, 14 players, even more. And then he was allowed to recruit. And most of the boys are very, very young. So give them the chance to gel as a group.
Alright, so in 7 and out is a coach, Christopher NIMLEY, editor Jano. Wouldn't it a and answer one in a yajene? The decision to sack Dr. Prosper Ogumno, we are Kumasa as an Tokotoko supporter, and as a Empo, we are House of Folk supporter. Do you also think, say, yes, I can no, and yeah, and is it by force, say at all costs, no? Also, Coach Karim Zito, a winning FA Cup, no, Edma Kotokwana, for a gentle at the comment section, I'm meeting at the Kobe, and I'll bet my friend Kobe finest is Abishia.